Now, the next question is this. How did giants like Goliath exist? Shouldn't the giants be extinct during the flood? How did they get extinct? And are they extinct today? Okay, what is extinct? Let me say extinct. Yes, what's extinct, Noah?
It means there's none of that species left.
None of that species left. Samuel, what did you want to say? The same thing, all right? Extinct means they don't exist anymore. Right, so this person have a few questions. Now, number one, look at Genesis 6:4. Genesis chapter 6, verse 4. Wow, very good. Chloe, you're there already. Genesis chapter 6, verse 4. Let's read together. Genesis chapter 6, verse 4, reading. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, and same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. So does the Bible tells us there were giants? There were giants. Okay, they were big people. Now, how big? How big? During that time, there were giants. Huge people. So it's not a myth, it's real. Now, you turn also to Deuteronomy. All right, do you know where Deuteronomy? A few books down. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. Numbers, Deuteronomy. Wow, very fast. Chloe's eyes went up. All right, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 11. Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 11. Okay, Chloe, you want to read for us? Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 11. Okay, Chloe, read for us.
The only king of
Bashan remained
of the
remnant
of giants. Behold, his
bedstead.
was
A bedstead.
of iron.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Is it not in Rabbath?
of the children of
Ammon.
among 9 cubits was the length, therefore for 4 cubits the breadth of it after the cubit.
Okay, so now here the Bible tells us there was the remaining giant. King of Bashan called, what's his name, King of Bashan? Og. Not Oz, alright? Og, I know what you're thinking. Now, Og was one of the last giants. Og was one of the last giants. And what was the size of this man's bed? Alright? Okay, what's the size? Tell me. 9 cubits in length, 4 cubits in breadth. 9 cubits in length, 4 cubits in breadth. I translated that, but I can't find my paper now. Oh, here. Now, 9 cubits in length. Now, so it described this remaining man who was a giant. So the giants got lesser and lesser. All right, got lesser and lesser, and this was one of the remaining. His name was Og. Now, his bed was 9 cubits. Now, from what I tried to find, 9 cubits. So this is his bed. All right, this is his bed. It is 9 cubits is 4 meters. 4 meters and 6 cubits, is it? And what? 4 cubits. Okay, I didn't translate. But basically, or I do it the other way, it's 13 feet by 6 feet. 13 feet by 6 feet. You know it's 4 meters? How tall are you? Noah?
1 point something.
You're 1 point something. All right, what about you? 1.7. You're 1.7. 1.07.
I think 1.17.
1.17. All right, 1.17. So 4 meters is 4 times. It's huge. So the Bible don't describe this man. He need a bed that is this big. All right, 4 meters. Can you imagine what's 4 meters? It's like 2-3 times my height, twice my height, more than twice my height. All right, very, very huge man, so tall. That's how big. So did they exist? Yes. The Bible described this king to be that size. Now, today, are there giants? But Bible tells us that these giant big people, they got lesser and lesser. Are there giants today? Now, there are other people that the Bible described also that were very big. Okay, they were very big. Turn to 1 Samuel 17. 1 Samuel chapter 17. They became smaller. 1 Samuel chapter 17. Okay, verse 4. 1 Samuel 17, verse 4. Now let's read 1 Samuel 17, verse 4 together. And there went out a champion out of the camp of Philistines, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span. 6 cubits. So now this man, we all know the famous Goliath, right? So how tall was Goliath? Goliath, 6 cubits. 6 cubits is equal to 8 feet. All right, 8 foot tall. 8. And Goliath was that big. But was it as tall as the previous? No, they seem to be growing smaller. Are there giants today? Anna, are there giants today? Not 8 foot people? Who's 8 foot today? Those that like basketball. You are 8 foot today. All right. You want to be? Yes. Jason.
Tallest recorded man in modern history, Robert Wilder, is 8'11".
Yes. All right. So there was a man that was recorded the tallest. You can go internet and look at this guy. He's really tall. He's 8 foot plus. 8 foot plus. How tall is what's that basketball player? Yao Ming. Huh? Yeah. How tall is Yao Ming? He's Yao. Okay. Yao Ming is 7'6". 7 foot 6 inches. Is it quite close? Just 6 inches away. Quite close, right? So are there giants today? There are some. All right, there are some. But are they very common? Thankfully not. Otherwise our church, the chairs, the doors all have to change. All right? So not that common. Back then there were giants, but slowly they grew smaller, and over time they were lesser and lesser. Okay, so does it answer your question? How did they get extinct? Don't know. God just did not make so many giants anymore. Okay, God just decided not to make so many giants anymore. Do you want to be a giant? Why? Why don't you want to be a giant? Everyone will be afraid of you. Can't buy shoes. You can't get into the house. They must make a special bed for you. Alright, so I hope I answered the question. There were giants, they got lesser, they got smaller. Are there people like that today? There are still some. Okay, so do you call Yao Ming a giant? The Bible did call these people giant in that sense. What do we have here? Top 5 reasons why church dropouts. What church dropouts say, why they stop attending church. Now please remember 66% of, well, I take the American view, they are the most readily available results. They stop attending church at least a year after turning 18. So from